For people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. One Nigeria is crime against humanity. I repeat, one Nigeria is a crime against humanity. Anyway, my happiness this morning is that most of all the idiots who refuse to comment over the injustice method of Nnamdi Kanu, who say that even if you give them opportunity, just like KC denied Biafra the other day, if you give them opportunity, they will also deny that they don't know anything about Biafra. Imagine KC opening his dirty stinking mouth to say Biafra is a baptism name. What kind of useless set of people do we have in that Igbo land? And some people were clapping hand. Even what they call him, Elsako, trying to protect KC because look at the one who acknowledged Biafra is in Sokoto prison. Just not calling him wish, and some people will say, "Oh, Elsako, you have wisdom on this one." So we have a generation of Biafrans who cannot be proud to say, "I am a Biafran," and yet people died for the cause to make sure that your land still remain for you. And some people are supporting them, say if you identify with the Biafra, then your product like this, like that. Because all these idiots have soiled their hands. No be Tinubu boys them be. Made them just talk anything now, made them just talk anyhow. So that they will open their book of money launderers, because now them politicians they use the launder money. And you are telling me they are trying to protect that. No, they're not. If their hands are clean, nobody will come out and say, "Oh, I'm not a Biafran." They tag you a terrorist, IPOB, right? Which IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra. Okay, you are not a member of IPOB, but you are a Biafran. Every Igbo man is a Biafran. But some people were busy saying that what they call him, Ezako. What do they call him? Yes, Ezako, right? That Ezako is right, defending a Casey. That Casey saying he's not a Biafra, you know what he's running. No, he's not running for anything. If his hand is clean, just like Nnamdi Kanu, he wouldn't have made such comment, because they know all of them, their hands have been, they have been soiled with dirty monies, helping politicians to launder money. Anyway, that is not the issue why we are here. This one now, where Nigeria don't happen to, just like as it happened to Joe Igbo, all of them are waiting for ambassadorial appointment. Now, appointment don't finish, you. Ambassadorial appointment don't finish. Joe Igbo, don't cry. When they are listing the names of people they will appoint, Joe Igbo is nowhere to be found. Even in Lagos politics, local, he is nowhere to be found. Because he thought selling his own brothers is going to yield him something. It don't happen to another one again. Look at this one now, waiting to talk. He say, "Is this the renewed hope you promised Nigerians?" You Ledoche tackles Tunumbu. And I still remember this, you Ledoche, right? If you have opportunity, if they have called him for interview and asked him that same question they asked KC, guess what his answer will be? The same thing with KC. Because all of them are all morons. All of them have been soiled their hands in one way or the other. That will make them not to come out to say anything. Just like Obi Kubana is hiding. That somebody comes to your birthday, they call you for questioning. They throw money inside basket, they call you for the question. Who? There's no any what they call it? There's no any mainstream media that recorded it. And they say so. Because you know your hands are not clean. You claim to be doing a business, but all their business is blood money. They are making it. I'm not envious of them. Oh, please. Some people will come now and say, "Nah, money I no get." I'm not envious of them, but you should be. You should understand the kind of game these guys are playing. Obi Kubana email a wedding. Nobody matched money anyway. He said they are calling you for questioning. You put basket. People are throwing money inside basket. So that money they throw inside basket, they call you to come and explain the source of their income. Have been awaiting. And that's the people are coding in way. You know that if they are talking to morons. Anyway, they don't see the everybody finish now. So whatever they like, they will talk because they have money. So anything they say, from anything from their mouth, not true. Everybody, yes, not true. On his own way. I can't have the voucher. Believe it or leave it. They have engaged in government. With government, and government keep their fight. That's how the government track all this. They are called as the big boys. Government will just be using them, laundering money, keeping the files. Any day you wake up to talk against that government, they will open your file. Anyway, you Ledoche, also to go now. Court fixes the December 8th to hear motion seeking Nnamdi Kanu's movement from Sokoto prison down to a very closer one, so that he can file his defense. He can file for appeal. Government don't kidnap 2 Chinese in Kwara. Where the Yoruba side and baboons? Igbos, I see your problem. Government don't strike. Arming Nigerians will not solve insecurity problems. Bishop Coker. You see why I hate Christianity? Long ago, this Bishop Coker, we don't even know that why he was shouting busy. He was busy shouting during the time of Buhari because they didn't give him appointment. Tinubu don't call him now, give him appointment. This man, where everybody they love, say, hey, this one now, I be the only pastor where they talk, where they are spoken. We don't even know that Baba, now the same thing with Mbaka, where they look for appointment, they look for contract. They don't give a contract and I don't turn. He don't turn, come begin to tell the world, say there's no Christian genocide in Nigeria. That now 10 million people can be killed. You can imagine a man of God opening this stinking mouth. He used to preach to people. Bishop, for that matter, and said 10 million people can be killed, but they cannot be tagged as a genocide. It depends on emotion. Okay, so anybody will just come now and declare emotion now, say, in fact, I don't like you, I will kill you. That is not a genocide. In fact, your face irritates me. I will buy that person and collect that person land and house. It is not a genocide. He said, unless the person come and say, I want to commit genocide, then they begin to kill. Then government will say it's genocide. Oh, God have mercy. Christianity, religion is the part of the problem of any country who embrace them. As simple as that. Not only Nigeria. Any country who embrace religion, go and see that country, my brother. Let us go straight to the reason why we're here. Please, if you are watching me from anywhere, Facebook, TikTok, IG, please endeavor to follow us and we will follow you back. And make sure you keep subscribing to our channel for more interesting videos coming your way. Have a nice day. May the good Lord continue to bless you. TGIF, thank God. It's Friday with day today. Okay, you look at the news here. The Nollywood actor Yul Edochie has berated Bola Ahmed Tinubu over the current state of the nation. Nigerian news report that that Nigerians in recent times have been living in fear following the spate of kidnappings in various parts of the country. In a post via his Facebook page, the movie star stated that bandits are gradually taking over the country and kidnapping is becoming a daily occurrence. In fact, it has become a daily business. Yul Edochie also lamented the high cost of items, stressing that the suffering has become unbearable for Nigerians. He wrote, "Dear President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, bandits are gradually taking over the whole country, spilling the blood of Nigerians without consequences. Nigerians are being kidnapped in numbers daily. Things are so expensive. The suffering is unbearable for Nigerians. Is this the renewed hope you promised Nigerians?" You never see anything. Meanwhile, Yul Edochie recently raised concerns over the declining use of the Igbo language among the younger generation. In a Facebook post, the father of 5 said that many Igbo children today are unable to speak their mother tongue. He described it as a failure that must be addressed by parents and community. He wrote, "Today, many of us who are Igbos, our children cannot speak Igbo. It is failure on our part that must be corrected moving forward." Court fixes December 8 to hear the motion seeking Nnamdi Kanu's movement from Sokoto prison. The Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed December 8 for hearing of a motion ex parte filed by the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, seeking his transfer from the Sokoto Correctional Center. Justice Omotosho set the date for Thursday after declining to hear the motion due to the applicant's lack of legal representation. In the motion personally signed by him, Kanu asked the court to allow the motion to be deemed moved in absentia, citing the impossibility of his physical appearance in court or chambers. He is seeking an order compelling the federal government or the Nigerian Correctional Service to transfer him from the Sokoto Correctional Facility to one within the court's jurisdiction. Alternatively, Kanu requested relocation to a nearby custodial center such as Suleja or Kefi to enable him to exercise his constitutional right of appeal effectively. When the case was called, Kanu's younger brother, Emmanuel Kanu, announced his appearance on behalf of the IPOB leader. However, the judge declined to hear the motion, noting that Emmanuel was not a legal practitioner. This ex parte motion cannot be moved on the convict's behalf because you are not a legal practitioner or justice. Injustice Omotosho ruled. He advised Emmanuel Kanu to either engage a qualified lawyer or seek help from the Legal Aid Council of Nigeria for proper representation in accordance with the legal requirements. When I said representation, it is not his Kanu's father, brother, sister, or relations. I meant his counsel. I am not going to the merit of this application now in the interest of justice. But you cannot represent a human being when you are not a lawyer. You can only represent a corporate body. Therefore, you cannot move the application because you are not a solicitor or advocate of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. For you to qualify as a lawyer, it will take you another 6 years or thereabout. So get a counsel to move the application, the judge said. When Emmanuel asked for the next adjournment date, Justice Omotosho said that though there were cases on the court docket on Monday, Kanu will be accommodated. Thank you, sir, Emmanuel responded. The judge, therefore, cautioned against misleading the public about how Kanu could compile his appeal record. Omotosho said, contrary to a remark by Aloy Ejimako, one of Kanu's lawyers, who later became a consultant, the convict need be in the court for his record to be compiled. Let me advise generally so that you don't delay the process. This issue of appeal, I must not pretend that I am not part of society. Mr. Ejimako granted an interview talking about the deprivation of the defendant, Kanu, to compile his record. This is an erroneous opinion. The defendant may not be in court to compile a record. His attendance is not required, though the appearance of his representatives may be required. The rights of a defendant are different from the rights of a convict, he said. The judge also asked the lawyers in court whether Kanu must be present before his record can be compiled, and they responded in the negative. Omotosho, who advised Emmanuel to engage a knowledgeable lawyer, said that a lawyer who is grossly inadequate in knowledge of appellate procedures should stop misleading the public. I think it is high time we address the right opinion. Appropriate legal advice is necessary, he said. Omotosho consequently refused to give audience to Emmanuel. Having not been a lawyer, the judge adjourned the matter until 8 December for the hearing of the pending application. Kanu is in his ex parte motion marked FHC/ABJ/CR/383/2015 stated that he was convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment by the court on November 20. He said the court, in sentencing him, ordered his detention in any correctional center in Nigeria except Kuje Correctional Center. On the 21st of November 2025, the applicant was transferred to and is currently detained at the Sokoto Correctional Facility, which is over 700 kilometers from Abuja. The applicant, who is currently unrepresented by counsel, intends to personally exercise his constitutional right of appeal against the conviction and sentence. The preparation of the notice of appeal and the record of appeal requires the applicant's personal interference with the registry of this honorable court and the Court of Appeal in Abuja. All persons critical is assisting the applicant in preparing his appeal, including his relatives, associates, and legal consultants, are based in Abuja. The applicant's continued detention in Sokoto renders his constitutional right to appeal impracticable, occasioning exceptional hardship and potentially defeat the said right in the violation of Section 36 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, he said. Kanu said it will be in the interest of justice that he be transferred to a facility near Abuja to enable him to prosecute his appeal effectively. Gunmen don't kidnap 2 Chinese in Kwara State. Gunmen had reportedly kidnapped 2 Chinese nationals in Kwara State. According to Sahara Reporter, the 2 men were working at a Bua road construction site in the state. The Chinese were working on the Bode Sadu and Kaima Kosobusu road project during the week when they were forcibly whisked away by the gunmen. The government reportedly whisked the Chinese men from the construction site on December 1. Government recently invaded the Boa Road construction site along Bode Road on December 1, 2025 between 11 p.m. and 4 p.m. and 4 a.m. They attacked the site, which is located less than 2 kilometers away from the village of Biase Fala and close to another village called Olukuti, a security source told the Sahara reporters. The government fired sporadic gunshots for about 2 to 3 hours before abducting the 2 Chinese nationals working with the company. As of today, there is no information from the government. No casualty was recorded or reported as well, except for these Chinese nationals who were taken away to an unknown destination. The last, but not the least, arming Nigerians will not solve insecurity problems, according to Bishop Hassan Kuka. The Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Matthew Kuka, has warned that arming communities to defend themselves will not solve the country's insecurity situation. Kuka argued that Nigeria can only overcome insecurity challenges when every citizen, irrespective of faith, ethnic or cultural background, come together to fight the common enemy. How? If not arming them? Nah, I beg, I don't need to read this news, because the more I read this news, the more I get agitated and angry. Get out of here, useless bishop. I thunder go fire you, idiot. Anyway, my people, beg now here we go take bad break, and I go hear about us again when we come back. Don't forget, today on a Friday, TGIF, thank God it is Friday. And above all, have a nice day, and may the God continue to bless you, prosper you, and meet you at every point of your need. Please help me to circulate this video.